Start the show. Brooklyn, you know what to do when you outside the club. What we about to have some motherfucking fun tonight. Y'all give it up one time for yourselves. My name is Felicia, aka Rise Felicia, not Bob Felicia, that you're talking hard first. And I will be your hostess, the hostess for the evening. We got motherfucking DJ Paco. Paco, give us some. All right, y'all, we're about to have fun tonight. Thank you so much to the staff here that's holding us down. Okay, we got a full bar outside, so make sure you guys get a little sippy sip if you're trying to get a little sippy sip. All right? We got a long list, baby. We got a long list, baby. We got a long list, so we're gonna try to make sure that we get everybody on the list. But that means that when you come on stage, you gotta drop that shit. And you gotta get off. You got 3 minutes. You gotta drop it and you gotta stop it. Everybody say drop it, stop it. All right? And we're gonna have some fun. All right? All right. Now, once you hit 3 minutes, DJ Paco gonna do what? He gonna take you what? Walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. All right? Y'all know the rules. And y'all also know exactly what to do. All right? We're gonna get started a little bit early so we can make sure that we get everybody on the list. Okay? On deck to guys. Listen, we got some heavy hitters starting the show. No pressure. No pressure, but we got some heavy hitters to start the show. On deck, we got Lady Smith in the building. Y'all make some noise. But coming up first, I said it, one of the best poets in Brooklyn. Y'all give it up for the one and the only ungrateful black artist.
Y'all. Um, this is a special mic. I ain't never did this one. Can someone raise this for me, please, friends? Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. This is yellow. There we go, the yellow button. There we go. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. What's up, y'all? Felicia just told me when I got here that I was opening, right? You feel me? So she also said I can talk my shit for a little bit. Y'all with that? Y'all came for poetry? Wow, that's beautiful. Word to my mama. Every gay nigga named Isaiah in every hood could fight. Usually them niggas a little lanky, heavy knuckled, like they used to shooting nickels in the cafeteria and winning. Isaiah is always purple lipped in my memories, with a Lucy peeking between the cracks in his fists, ode to the gloss on his lips. Lore of Isaiah for me began after he punched through the glass of my building's downstairs door. Him and my neighbor Brittany got into it, and foolishly, she thought reaching the other side quick would end the argument. Instead, she just gave his hands a chance at legend. To this day, the super's note with the typo, no trespassing on this building, still hangs. That was around 2006, back when the mouth of millennia still had drool on it from daydreaming. Isaiah was a chalkily glittered cough of weed smoke through the nose of the city, Passaic, New Jersey. Straight men would call niggas like him fruity. The supposed insult began, I believe, around the time of Adam and Eve. Isaiah wore the sort of ruby red forbidden that emboldened their women. They ain't like that. Seeing a femininity that threatening. Personally, I'm glad Eve ate it. Otherwise, we probably never would have had an Isaiah or a me for that matter. In my neighborhood, Isaiah was the first to teach blackness how to use his hands. He will bend reality around his wrist, dizzy the block with a glance, cunt covered in 5 o'clock shadow, the sort of dude who you'll imagine would burn slow in the morning. One who returns to their waking like an earth's deep sigh. Isaiah had a knowing wrapped around each thigh, whistling between the bow and his legs, which is why his walk got so much cursive in it. He always left the street with some fresh new gossip. In eighth grade, Isaiah fought a boy after school for calling him a faggot. I wasn't there, but I heard he dragged him, evidenced by the fact that homie transferred to a new school the next year. There's a shame attached to being scorched by that kind of flame. So eventually, niggas just left him alone. At least I believe so. I found more pockets of my skin to hide knives in by watching him. The question of who's worthy of a poem should be left to the poet, but it's been my experience as actually the audience. Would you clap for Isaiah if you saw him outside of this 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 minutes, however long I decide to write this? One time, teenage, like a restless night, a bunch of niggas and I was chilling outside my homegirl Tottie's apartment. This was back before the fire got to it. Back then, I ain't smoke or drink, but a vibe never skipped me. I remember floating sober to a song and Isaiah saying, "Damn, Timmy, you really can hang." And honestly, that is how I knew I would grow up to be somebody. God makes Isaiah's on the same day he creates oceans. Figures with all that water, he's gonna need a bridge, and Isaiah's be lanky. Arms long enough to pull two worlds close, the gutter and the tender. Word to my mama, every hood hosts at least one nigga spun from a galaxy's blue moon. At least one nigga sugared in a 90s love tune. At least one nigga crooked towards the corner's right angle. But where do all their poems go? Who do you think taught ink how to be this onyx bold and malleable? It was all the black boys powdered in petunias, the ones who first saw the page in their minds as they attempted to edit their own interests but could not win, so allowed their pens to wreak havoc. But where did all their poems go? I cannot tell you how many shades of red I made this mouth and searched for a word to describe this grief. I feel erased while writing this. God made my pen on the same day he created the devil, figured he'll leave earth with something to weed out the wickedness. Then Satan made homophobia and anti-blackness, and I've been losing poetry slams ever since. But today we speak Isaiah's name. Today, I reminisce publicly over the stories of my own becomings, the stories I will otherwise keep tucked as quiet as a Bible inside of me. But God said, "Let there be." And here I am, cross-colored, hanging by a thread from his garment, getting loose in the margins. God said, "Let this poem remind you you have more work to do. Blessed be the punks. Blessed be the sissies that'll sever the Caesar from your scalp." I don't know much about Isaiah's life now. I don't know much about it then. I would just watch him. An ocean inside of a Michelob bottle. A panther fucking a feather. How beautiful a specimen to witness. Isaiah, your name feels like a song I want to sing. Feels like that night outside with Toddy. Feels like the night I knew I was gonna grow up to be somebody. Word.
Yeah, give it up one time for beautiful black artists. Happy feelings. Happy feelings. I need to feel my hustle. All right, y'all, coming up next, we got another heavy hitter. Y'all give it up one time for the one and only Lay Smith. Hey. Sorry, it says hey, friend. What's up, y'all? Hey. So you just gonna hear a southern accent. I'm from Georgia. But I want to tell y'all the two reasons why I'm single right now. So I remember when those chain messages went out, like when we were in middle school, and it was like if you don't send to 12 of your friends, you're gonna be single for the rest of your life. That shit happened to me. The second reason is I was on the B38 bus to Bed-Stuy when I saw him. Bus Bay. He was chocolate complected, not as tall as I liked him, but I liked him anyway. And dressed like he was one of them classic men, like Jendena, he was one of them classic men. Was sorry, y'all. I'm in the back. He was chocolate complected, not as tall as I liked him, but I liked him anyway. And dressed like he was one of them brothers from the Harlem Renaissance. Babe was a classic man, or just a nigga with a job. But what made him babe was more than the aesthetic, it was what was in his hands. A book. Now, let me pause right here and say, brothers, purchase a book. Bring said book with you wherever you go, on a bus, on a plane, on the train, and read said book. Fucking pretend to read said book, and I promise you, you will attract a real one, or at least me. Anyway, back to my baby. So he reading out diligently, and I peep him look up and stare at me, because I'm fine. And back down to his book, and that was all the confirmation that I needed to know that he wanted to be the father of our children, Bus Bay Jr. and Bus Bay Isha. So we getting closer and closer. And I stop and I'm just praying that he get off when I get off so that I can propose to him properly. The bus stop. He gets up. I get up mad, walking out because I don't see him following me. So mad that I do not hold the door open for the woman that's behind me, so I know that the curse out is real. So I walk off and I feel a tap on my shoulder. So I turn around, ready to apologize to the woman that I did not hold the door open for, but y'all, it was bad. And boy looks me in my face and says, "Excuse me, I just want to say that you are absolutely beautiful." Nigga, me. And before I could compose myself to say something normal like, "Thank you, will you marry me?" Babe does the smoothest shit ever. He walks away. And it felt like he wanted me to follow him, but I couldn't because it felt like game. And I have watched women transform themselves into PlayStation for niggas who did not deserve to pick up the controller. And I could not be game system for a man. Or maybe Bae's a whole axe murderer out here. Or a R. Kelly supporter, or a Trump supporter, or maybe here I go again, over analyzing things when I don't feel worthy of sincerity. Because when he looked at me, it felt like he saw me. I had this phobia of people seeing me, so I hide. I hide. But I don't want to hide anymore. So if you are ever on the B38 bus to Bed-Stuy and you see my man, don't try and holler. We'll have a problem. Instead, tell him that his wife has been doing the internal work and she is done talking herself out of a good thing. She is ready. That's the fucking everything. Fuck that nigga. If you want to get out. All right, y'all. So we got some folks that just came. I'm gonna go over the rules one more time, make sure everybody get on. So we got 3 minutes on the mic. How long? 3 minutes. All right. when I say on deck, just to save time, I need you to go in that special. See where it says reserve? That's for you, because you said it. Okay? When I say you on deck, I need you to go and sit in reserve section. Okay? And we got how long? 3 minutes. All right, let's get back into it. So, on deck, we got Joanne. Joanne, you still in the building? Let go. But coming up next, we got our third heavy hitter, our opener for the night. Y'all give it up one time for Brooklyn's own Sean Sloan. We on the moment.
Thank you, Doug.
Nixon 4. Nixon 4, what up, nigga? All right. So this poem is for my love for New York. As a Brooklyn raised artist, gotta do it for New York, all right? I want to imagine the hood as beautiful as an old gospel, where the elders with voices filled with Jim Crow would sing of an old city where the streets are paved in gold. Every time I would get off the subway station, I would be reminded that our hood is indeed a biblical hymn. Our stories are told from the mouth of a saxophone. Our home is Zero Hurston reading poetry to Rich Porter until every book that was written during the Harlem Renaissance is paid in full. Our neighborhoods are filled with the ghosts of gangsters that are coming from out of the grave to haunt gentrification. My projects have always been my oasis. I'm talking about open fire hydrants splashing laughter against our bodies to combat summer heat. When I got older and wiped the water from my eyes, I realized that the neighborhood had needed a baptism because the block is hot. The block is underdeveloped. The block could feel like a war zone. It could make the fear of assault feel like a spider crawling down my neck. I remember vividly when them niggas jumped me. Teenage aggression, I turned my fist into flames before the guns were drawn. Before the bullet, I was placed inside my brother's skull. I became a bouquet of flowers. I had always looked at the hood like a garden. And despite it all, I will always love where we come from. I will always love the sound of a yer echoing through the ghetto like sonar. Like how 125th Street is filled with so much shea butter and scented oil that it can fill Madison Square Garden. I am reminded about how magical we really are. Like how when the moonlight hits our brown bodies, it turns us into the blues. Like how the South Bronx, I gave birth to hip hop. How Harlem, I became a concentration of secular sound, but I could hear Rakim reading his raps of Ralph Ellison. Or maybe I could see Billie Holiday trying to talk some sense in Azealia Banks. Or maybe I could see Bojangles getting sturdy at the block party. We had turned our pain into musical acts that had captured blackness like colonialization. This is a sonic reconstruction of our neighborhood where I could see rose petals flowing out of every project building window the way blood flows from a bullet wound. I am talking about an architectural healing where streetlights that are shaped like hanging saxophone will guide our children back home. Because even the block could glow in the dark, and even the Knicks could win the finals.
Can we get a year for Sean? Can we get a year for the Knicks? No, tonight we're gonna have some motherfucking fun tonight, y'all. All right, we're gonna keep it going. On deck, Blackstone, you in the building? Yeah. Blackstone, you on deck. Y'all give it up one time for Joanne.
What up, Brooklyn? Yeah. All right, let me make this quick. Okay, my name is Joanne Black Poet Stephen, And the poem I'm about to do for you is called Scars. My scars are like collective bars that I wear on my chest. Sometimes the memory gets the best of me and I can't even rest. Too many times I've cried silent tears all because I don't want my kids to hear. You see, to them, I am the rock. Almost like a boulder, but many things rest on my head and shoulders that I'm surprised to still be standing. My brain and emotions is flying so high, some days I never see a landing. My thoughts are stacked so high like I've crammed them. Then it's those moments I'm happy as hell, but the tears flow down random. And I make sure I don't drop them too hard, I sit there and fan them. The scars, seen and unseen, all tell a story. The one person I share with them is God to be the glory, because he won't judge me, but continue to love me, even when I feel I'm totally spent. With the days I've gone hungry, don't want my kids to see me wonder where I'll get the rent. My scars by far turn into stars because they are the actors in this movie. It can be an action or a drama, but it can earn me an Emmy or a Grammy. Most scars are tied to pain, most would drive me insane, but I have since left that lane because God is my crane. He is there to lift me out of my misery and pour the best of love into me. When I think I know my fate, those thoughts will surely dissipate. When depression tagged me and said, "You're it," I was like, hell no, I'm not with that shit, and chose to rise above all. At the end of the day, I pray along the way, and God is the person to call, because most just want a story, not really trying to help me, and they'd rather see me fall than to see me happy. So my scars will never define me, just prepare me for society, so I see there's tricks long before they try to blind me. My scars are like bars, like houses on a block. They tried to tear me down, but I'm solid as a rock. The lessons it has taught me built my aura around me. I shine bright like a diamond, flawlessly like I'm a personal trophy. God made me so special that my enemies ignore me because they know my favor that has surely restored me. So their time will be wasted from unnecessary wars. I know my battlefield and have overcome all my scars. Wow.
Now keep it up. One more time. Let's do it. All right. We're gonna keep it going. Zach, you on that. But give it up. One time for the one and only Black Song. I get the mess out. So
New York, what up? What's that? Brooklyn, what up? I stand before you nothing short of a miracle. I'm a 5-year cancer survivor. Yeah. All right, so this piece, can you guys hear me?
yeah.
All right, this piece is personal. So this piece is called Pain. Pain is the unsuspecting bully that pops out and out of the shadows, pouncing on whomever and whoever stands in the line of fire. Pain is that broken heart refusing to heal, aching repeatedly on repeat. Pain is sometimes the disappointments of thinking or believing you gave it your all, but instead you're met with a no, it's not good enough, you're not worth it. Pain is the nervous system crying out of response to blunt force trauma of the outside. Pain is the loss felt from losing someone very close and very valuable to us. Pain initiates the catalyst for a situation to be remedied immediately. It promotes passion. Pain ignites purpose, focuses on redirecting responses from reflecting defenses. Consequently, pain is multi-layered, being body, soul, spirit, mind, emotion. Let me stop the pain before it starts. Brooklyn.
Give Like, don't do that. Get him out of here. All right, y'all. Give it up for the one and the only Zach.
Y'all make some noise for your host one time. Make some noise for your DJ one time. My name is Zach Glenn. As she said, I'm coming all the way from Houston, Texas, with right about now to be with y'all tonight. And this is a beautiful venue and even more beautiful people inside of it. So when I come to these shows, what I like to do is I like to get a video of all of these beautiful faces out here tonight. So I'm gonna pull out my phone, I'm gonna pull up the camera, and what I need y'all to do is make all the noise humanly possible. I'm gonna start from this side and I'm gonna come all the way to this side. Can y'all make all the noise for me? All right, all right. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Y'all are fucking fantastic. Appreciate it. Make some noise for yourselves one time. Can I do a love poem for y'all real quick? Yeah? All right. I love love. Make some noise if you love love. I'm breaking the rules. Don't be like me. Don't be up here giving these long ass intros. Fucking up. I'm gonna get into it. I wanna love you. Like a love poem. A good one. The kind that gets stuck to the back of your gut like gum. 5. Cobalt. Minty. Fresh to the taste. I want to taste your tongue. I want your words to say what you want them to say. Not what you think I want to hear. I want to hear your opinions. Not necessarily agree with them, but respect how you've come to your conclusions. I want to come to the conclusion that destiny did the damn thing when it made me meet you. I want to meet you for the first time again and again. So these feelings never flee. I want to know where we stand. Mystery is magic, but consensus is a kindness that can only be grasped through clear communication. I want to communicate like crystals, like something to be valued, like your input is important. So tell me what is wrong and tell me what is right and tell me how to make you come. Can we come to a conclusion? I want to come to a conclusion. I want to kiss your neck. Move my lips down your back, wrap my arms around your waist, pull you into my embrace. I want you to feel how good you make me feel. I want to fill up a glass of water. Place it on the nightstand next to the bed because dehydration is the only thing that'll fuck you better than I do. I want to take care of you the way I know you are capable of taking care of yourself. I want to be the one you wish to wake up with while knowing this is not always an option. I want to have options and still choose you. I want you to have options and still choose me. I want us to have options and still choose each other. But if this shit don't work out, we go our separate ways and be with whoever we wish to see because I want this love to feel like freedom and not forced labor. I want the labors of this love to bloom like spring, to keep its color like a name brand buy. I want to be sold on the sound of your voice entering into every room. So I want to love you like a love poem. Kind of stays on the tongue, and maybe then we can savor what we choose to swallow. My name is Zach Blunt, y'all. Thank you.
I see you. Somebody get that man some water. Get that man some water. He said put the water by the bed. That came in real nice, y'all. He was real nice. It's the nice niggas that get you. You see? Put water by the side of the bed. All right, Zach. He gonna be in the back, ladies. This here. He gonna be in the back. One night only. One night only. All right. Zach, you single? Zach single, ladies. One night only. To a Texas name. Listen. All right, y'all. in from the West Coast. Come on. Y'all give it up one time for Foul.
I appreciate you, Native. I appreciate being back over here. I'm from LA, but I'm always neighborhood and never Hollywood, never on all that. Nixon full. Who am I? I'm the question that was answered long before I knew how to ask it. You see, I'm the synthesis of Coleman's freedom and Coltrane's static, and I moved in the same field where Malcolm drafted. Malcolm moved and Malcolm drafted from where Marvin Gaye confessed to mud and Mayfield turned the wound into something that was sacred. You see, I'm what survives translations. I've worn the many names they've given me like a thobe that doesn't fit. Too tight on the chest, too loose on the wrist, borrowed garments on a frame, still learning what this is. You see, I called myself a poet when I meant I was afraid of the quiet. I called myself a Muslim when I said I wasn't trying to riot against the nafs, against the image, the diet of the approval that I've been running while my soul sat in private famine. You see, I was fluid in performance, yet suffering in silence. So the same hands lifted in Salat are the same hands that pulled my naps when I called it balance. So the same lips that said subhanAllah are the same lips that fed themselves fitna before Fajr. The unconscious is where Shaitan built his palace. So I gave myself alibis dressed in Arabic, filed ambition under Iman, and wore the credentials like Anthony, wore the movement, like Hainsbury when she wore the truth. Except Hampton bled it through the mattress. Hainsbury wrote it past the roof of what the room was willing to receive. You see, I was working on my image. I called it service. They built cathedrals, and I built the proof. So I'm not the only one who's alone in this. Not the only one that learned the lexicon of the abyss, with Baldwin's burn and Baraka's hiss, and still couldn't liberate himself from what he couldn't dismiss in the private hours. Not the only one who's learned the 99 and still can't find the one that holds the line when the room goes dark and the spirit starts to decline. So I memorized the names of Allah like a discipline, a sign, and forgot about them in the morning like it was part of the design. So you see, that's the gravity and that's the spine. So who am I beneath this working? I'm the son of rock men written before pen met tablet, descended from a people who didn't survive the hold of shits through strength alone, but who survived because something in them kept the Bilal frequency, kept the Harriet geometry, one voice calling in the dark, one body mapping routes the maps refused to carry, both knowing, both certain, both answering to something higher than fear. You see, I come from Watts Concrete, from where Jill Scott and Simone played in the bones of every corner that raised me, from converts who took their shahada with nothing but their need, who learned the deen through unfamiliar syllables and called their own stumbling its own kind of seed. So who am I, y'all are? Not a resume, not a timeline, not a feed, not this carefully assembled man rooms believe they need. I'm the root you placed in me, the part that prostrates when the rest of me disagrees, the part that carries Coleman's freedom and Coltrane's bleed, Malcolm's discipline and Mayfield's need, and still shows up to the prayer mat and still plants a seed. And I was made for something that this dunya can't name. And I'm gonna keep trying. So I'm gonna return back to the question when the title dissolves and the mirror starts complying. Who am I? I'm still becoming. I'm still that unfinished written sentence Allah's writing. One day, one return, one deed. I'm what? Survives translation. Assalamu alaikum to all my Muslims.
Give it up one more time, y'all. All right. How are we feeling? Let me get a girl. All right. On deck, we got Jerry Ray. Jerry Ray, here we go. On deck, we got Jerry Ray. There she goes. We know who he is. On deck, we got Jerry Ray. But coming up next, I need y'all to give it up one time for Thomas. Let's go.
So I'm gonna put a piece out my new book. Y'all can check that out after. Hold on.
Victor.
This piece is called Galaxy. I can be your galaxy, Earth perspiring to form our anatomy. God the Creator, it had to be. There's too much perfection in the creation of his personal masterpiece. He sees through our eyes, through the perception of me. Casually growing and healing while learning and feeling all that we were meant to see. Spiritually and mentally. Physically, I'm forming a rapport with my body to heal the bones and scars that scarred my mind, body, and soul. And yes, I know, soul is me. Woe is me. No, I am me. Still stronger than a bull since earth is me. Bodies made of boulders, blood's the sea. Oceans rise when my heart beats. Rain it pours through tears of glee. Trees release the air we breathe. Symbiotically form the bond we need. The air is our lungs. Now breathe with me. Our light shines bright, there's a flame in me. Soul on fire, releasing love is my heat. Now the fire is my soul and the soul is me. With every element, create itself gracefully. Rogue is bumpy, still live graciously. Now if the galactic explosion formed the galaxy, then it is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm and do not let yourselves be burdened again by the yoke of slavery or your mental misery. Everything written from Galatians 5, you see, starting from galaxy to your mental misery. Even in science, we're a part of creation. Big Bang Theory says that we came from greatness. A fragment of the boom and, of course, creator of the bang. We are all one. Some just don't understand. Now, the galaxy is here. I can see it in your eyes. It's trapped inside our bodies. To perceive it is the prize. Universally connected to the truth and it's divine. Galactically galactic, the whole galaxy is inside. Good life. Thank you very much. Are you just on it?
Instagram. Tell people Instagram is not.
The Instagram is the good life underscore 1025 underscore poet. Good life is GHOODLIFE. Bless y'all.
Yeah. All right, y'all, do that one time.
My new book just dropped too. Stream of Consciousness, The Journey Continues. If y'all want it, you can holler at me at any time.
Tell them it's on deck.
Huh?
Tell them it's on deck.
It's on deck? Oh yeah, it's on deck. I got them on deck if anybody wants. I got shirts too. I just threw one in the crowd. Bless up, y'all.
All right, give it up one more time. Listen, come on, friends. Listen. Friends, I got you. Listen, we need friends like that. All right, y'all. We're going to keep it going on deck. We have storyteller Gordon. Line it up, storyteller. We're coming up next. Y'all give it up one time for Jerry Oh, not me pressing everything but the button. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Loving this weather. Let me get into it. You could never guess that we were exes because you treat me like I don't exist, exes, like you're excommunicated from my thoughts. Like you make me feel extra ridiculous for ever liking you in the first place. Like every time you enter, I wish that you would exit. Like you're excellent at making up excuses. Like you exhilarate my blood pressure. Like you explicitly explain that you'd always have empathy for me, but instead you exiled every last promise from your cerebellum. Yeah, you tell them we were exes. But I wish we really were. Rather, we're a monster and a maniac trying to be the strangers that we want to be. And I want to see the old you because I can't remember what I was ever even drawn to. Your lips taste like the substance of rejection. Your breath reeks of deception and someone's bodily infection. See, your breath reeks of deception and someone's vaginal infection. See, I'm too accustomed to the bitter taste of feces because all you ever feed me is bull. And you know what? I never even liked you anyways. And I know I didn't say that yesterday. So um, let me reiterate. See, the lies that you told, I never could figure it. Thought I was literate. Guess I'm illiterate. See, your voice is like cigarettes, like a death without weed effects. See, he expects that he could just take everything and I would never even notice it was stolen. My eyes are swollen from too many nights crying over you. Not now, that's what I used to do, but they're still stuck that way. And I'll be honest, I am not okay. But I just pretend to be because I don't have the friend to be there where you said you be. And y'all, I'll never have the balls to tell him off or the ovaries to say I'm over you, I'm over we, but the way you screwed over me is a tragedy. And I'm glad to see you leave, but kind of sad to see you go because I'd rather see you gone, period. And I don't need to make this sound desperate, but sometimes it feels like just when I think I left this, it's like you're right there and ambidextrous. See, the pain is endless. I can entertain you with my new relationships, but all I have is complicatedness. See, this new guy did nothing wrong, but I don't want him to leave me or tease me. These seem to be low expectations, but to me, it's inevitable. You say my smile is incredible, but you and your ex still have some sort of arrangement. I should have discarded your memory and instead I defamed it. And I want you to earn it like the weekend. Ooh. Sometimes it's like you weaken my standards and you still never meet them. How do I forgive someone who never apologized, just looked right through me? Worse than through with me, but like I never even existed in the first place. You take a cape across your neck and an S on your chest, but you're the oil and the arsonist. So don't save little girls if you just add to the fire. Y'all, I am tired of losers and leeches and liars. No, you know what? We're not exes, we're expired, extinguished, exhausted, and exactly the strangers that we strive to be. Y'all, thank you so much. Ladies, make some noise. And we're not making this at make some noise. Yeah, period, because it's Pride Month. Ew. Ew. Listen, this song over here like so chill out. Okay, we're gonna put the going down on deck. TJ, you in the building? TJ, all right, TJ. You on deck. But give me that one time, y'all, from New York. Oh, sorry.
Y'all make some noise for my dope sis, Felicia K. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So if you're ready for the piece, can I get a story time? I believe in black girl magic, but I'm also convinced that there's a thin line between black girl magic and witchcraft. Spells cast on black cats because that kitty kept me coming back to places I didn't belong. Experimenting in projects,
breaking into homes like I didn't know better, possessed by women who weren't mine at the bat of eyes, a switch of hips, claps of ass, lick of lips, clasp of hands. Some said they were praying for me. And I wondered who. This eater made food of my flesh. I mean, came back for seconds after I came in seconds, but never treated me like I came in second. This eater made food of my flesh. Sacrificed me for her success. Nowadays, I move with more sense. Pay attention to all sense because she be mage. And sometimes when she's burning, it's not just sage. So watch it when she stirs the pot, producing potent potions concocted in cauldrons. Careful when called to taste this. You ever heard of sweat rice or blood spaghetti? Listen, I might reject a playlist. She much swifter and evolve from the broomstick. She'll make issues appear out of thin air. Ooh wee, she bored. She just turned my IG into a Ouija board, conjuring ghosts from comment sections of posts, sending decoy enchantresses to DM chats. She came out of nowhere, my phone hacked. She said I'm dead to her, but she came back to leave hickeys on me. Is that necromance? I thought I changed my mind. I thought I'd changed my mind, but seen dolls on altars and wondered if it was altered all for her to have her way with me. I'm skeptical when a sister lights a candle. How powerful is the spell when she says, I can do it? She's conduit to all things I accomplish, but if she says I can't, I'm controlled by that incantation. Obsessed with how she cursed me out, befuddled when the blessings go. You ever wonder when she find time to learn tarot and all about the horoscope? Bro, she, her is see-er. It's why her insight be spot on with minimal information. Why she believes her intuition a lot more than your facts. Why think about her more? When she falls back, why would she say sorry when she can use sorcery? Why she granted forgiveness without ever giving an apology? You can't change her mind. Sis be Hermione. Even when she not right, you wrong. Even when she's not right, you wrong unless you're the chosen one. That's why I had to learn to weaponize my wizardry, wield my wand to wield wants, maneuver my magic stick to neutralize a snitch. I mean, make her quit it. Master my Merlin on nights it's just us. See, my Excalibur be my strength. I'm King Arthur with words, slick tongue. These licks be elixir, prolonging life for relationships that should have been shelved. You wonder why I call her witch? That isn't misspelled. She can stone me with a stare, correct me with a glare, change personalities the moment she changes her hair. Man, I swear I'm convinced that there's a thin line between black girl magic and witchcraft. So when you wrong her, fellas, I suggest you fix that story. That's how y'all be doing? That's how you don't let it say what you said. How y'all feeling? Y'all all right? All right, we're gonna keep it going, y'all. All right. On deck, we got Dayana Marie. Dayana Marie. On deck, we got Dayana Marie. But coming to the stage, y'all give it up one time for TJ.
All right, so how many Geminis we got in the building? My birthday was a couple days ago, so I'm gonna do my Gemini piece. Yeah. Alright, so what's good? My name is TJ, and obviously I'm a Gemini. And respectfully, I'm sick and tired of the hate. You know, a lot of y'all call us two-faced, but in reality, we are just masters of duality. Like, for example, I see the world in both black and white. I'll ask you if you've eaten and would you like to be eaten, and in relationships, I'm either all or nothing. There is no in between. I am duality. My poetry is both love and pain. I'm both Luke Bryant and Lauren Hill. I'm both yeah and hi. How are ya? I am duality. Shit. Even growing up, I lived deep in the suburbs and went to school deeper in the hood. I had both home cooked meals and my nigga, you got McDonald's money. I've experienced both adoption and a loving family. And yes, 9 times out of 10, those two things are polar opposites. But regardless, I am the living definition of duality. So much so that I can't tell y'all how many times I've smiled in front of y'all and cried backstage because I'm both spoken word and Shakespeare. To be or not to be, that's the question, and I asked myself that every fucking day. Should I stay or should I leave? Because I was duality. I did a lot of people pleasing, but people never pondered pleasing me. I pumped life into others. But at the risk of siphoning it from myself, I was constantly showing up and showing out for other people, but felt like no one gave a fuck about me. I felt empty and felt like the only way to fill that void was through the love of people who oftentimes didn't even love themselves. I was sick and tired of being duality because to be duality, you have to split yourself into two parts. And mine were constantly warring with each other, and it almost ended in a murder suicide, with both parties being me. So I realized something had to change. I had to take a nice long look at myself in the mirror, break myself down, and build myself back up into an alchemist. You know, the three pillars of alchemy are recognition, decomposition, and reconstruction. I realized that my brain was the reason why I almost left this planet. I just had to decompose those thought processes and build them back up into something amazing. And then, and only then, could I truly become an alchemist. And after that, I began to transmutate tears into smiles. I started to recreate what has been destroyed, and I stopped myself from committing the ultimate taboo, the transmutation of human life, but in reverse now. That may sound like duality, but the difference is one was at the cost of my self-worth, the other was in addition. Call it the law of equivalent exchange. One saved me, the other drained me. One held my head underwater, the other chopped off that arm and then taught me to float. And so I did. Peace.
All right. Come on, DJ, all right. On deck, we got B. Lloyd. But coming up right now, I need y'all to give it up one time for Diana Marie.
Hi everyone. My name is Diana Marie. Let's just give it up for Aisha for bringing me out here. And then let's give it up for Corey for letting me know that I can sign up to come up here and perform my poetry. Now my phone is almost dying, so let's see if we can make it work. The first one that I'm gonna say is called Mystical. And I'm missing a tooth, but I had surgery on Thursday, so it's working out. Mystical, magical, look into your eyes. No need to magnify. Love the way you look at me. I'm hypnotized. From the moment I met you, my eyes had to shine. Baby had to make you mine to the apple in my eye. And yes, you blow my mind. Ain't had no time. Every move I took was to get to you. I won't even lie. And yes, I'm shy, but for you, I cross the line. Do anything for you, and I don't care time, place, or location. I'll get to you with no hesitation. Morning, night, or day, you are my inspiration. No need, no replacement, because you're my motivation. Woo! So do I still got time? No? All right. All right. Thank you so much, guys.
That's how we do. We're going to the middle. Right side.
Y'all hear me okay? I'm nervous.
Good time.
I was requested to write this record, reflective of the internal turmoil that churns more buttercream, sweeter than a low melodic whisper, my chocolate sister. Hershey's Kiss is what she gave me, thought-provoking, provocative proverbs. Solomon showed me how to appreciate these curves of a pretty smile, of a flexible spine. List man would have never made it this far. Hell no. Not when it's this hard for her to keep her lip out her jaw. Full of confirmations and contradictions. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? But I'll let the listener use discernment, because I could write a million poems about semi-erotic things, plus a million more about the things that really make you think, like, why haven't you heard of me before? Or why don't more niggas write real poems anymore? Or why did it take the real nigga that's always been with you, get rid of that fake nigga that you always be around? Or even deeper, like why Michael Jordan didn't try to do that? It's just a few questions and you want the answers. I'm lazy. I don't do enough shows. Niggas can't be real with themselves, so they can't write real nigga poems. Otherwise, you know how to get them fake niggas out of your mere auras of Mike running clinics with everybody but his sons. Out of two, they could have at least drafted one. He could have forced the issue. But Republicans buy shoes too, and around that same time, Jay told us, it's politics as usual. And they don't want to watch the party die. They overly concerned with how the Democrats and the Republicans lie. They piss and spit on you during your brainstorm, now your thoughts cloudy. Your vision clear as mud as you look for a cup to lean on. Your mind racing past now, you on cloud 90. Forgetting who you are and how you want to represent your family. Because it's gangbangers in LA walking on stage, hugging rivals and dancing with the Tommy. It's buns in the oven, but she don't want to cook it. These are choices that women make when they make bad decisions about the niggas that be hitting. Got me feeling like I'm rereading up, like I'm rereading up, like I'm rereading a book, because I swear it was written. In the message about niggas chasing these street dreams, thinking I gave you power to decipher these things. Like I showed you how to watch them niggas showing signs of love, because them same niggas gonna want it back and they might take it in blood. Now that's another family hurting, and you know what's next. The homies, and with them, all the Nas is coming. Because it's a celebration of life, turn confirmation on affirmative action. But it's reports in your section, 80 shots rang out. That's rigor mortis on an innocent couch. Nobody ever questions how they got so close. The only request, refill my cup while we discuss the setup. Because it's a daughter without a dad, and she won't revenge bad. Keisha, Tammy, misled women don't encourage her to examine the cost. Why? They older versions of her. A black girl lost. Asking her stupid ass questions like, baby girl, you got your wig strap and vest? She young and dumb and she responding, check, check, and check. Don't ever think she's a suspect in the shootouts that rang out next to that candy house. But let me chill, or better yet, digress, because that's entirely too much talk about death. And honestly, I want to hear a live nigga rap. But that's a lie. Because if I ruled the world, I'd kill the music. I watch the party die. I'm Beat Lloyd. Thank y'all for your attention.
Y'all keep it on one more time for P. Lord. You know, keep it going, don't keep it going. All right, on deck, Jay. Where you at, Jay? Jay got some shit to say. All right, on deck. You on deck, Jay. Coming up next, y'all keep it on one time for Spoken P.
New York, where we at? Come on now. I'll just take the chip. Shit. That's gonna be a crazy parade. This piece is called YN, Youngins. See these youngins? I see too much cat in the hat, no dogs. Their barks are weak with too much capping on this new era. Drilling with no filling, acting like they
leaving them and families on the dark, to seeing when y'all all get pinched or in situations that are sticky, it's only squeaky sounds. Because y'all will rat out the whole hood trying to get out of that shit quickly. Or waiting for handouts because allergic to work. So don't worry, my grill is hot. Gonna expose all y'all chicken shits, leaving y'all cooked like jerk. Shit's sad and I won't front. It used to get me mad, asking me what I rep. Because my colors will always be solid, never wearing plaid. Too much internet watching, thinking socials are reality, acting like the things they see are gonna be things that they could have. Just impaling thoughts on, on repetitive watching, believing social media influencers as real. Life from speed to Vlad. Careless on life lessons, only for getting baked on sessions, and we wonder why knowledge is on a steady regression. Hearing y'all say to me, I got you, OG, but can't get an education because publicly that shit's for free. Just on the get high, seeming that school ain't cool, to growing, being in their 20 with no job, wondering why people in the streets be looking at them like fools. See, the streets, they're softer now and ain't the same. I'm from an era of jungles where the cops couldn't contain, where the older you got was respect. To now, the youth look at age as the older you are, the more you're lame. My time was forming soldiers with pictures of RIP on walls with their names. Because that's how we would remember legends that got slain. Candles and empty liquor bottles with pictures, having yearly barbecues, remembering their fame. In my street days, it wasn't about pushing on the blame. It was snitches getting stitches. So just staying alive was your hardest claim. I grew up with some that got shot up, to others boxed up, to others getting sent up. With the rest, just trying to survive and playing the game. So to the youngins feeling they got all that swag and all that riz, always listening to the T, being in everyone's biz, coming from P, no, there's always someone out there ready to shake you up, pop your top, or hoping you drop. Because the streets, they always listening and moving and will never be on the stop. In the streets chessboard, the rules are very fine, though the game always seems to be played with many lives on the line. Where winners were slim due to cemeteries in jail, swallowing many kin. And on the begin, most people having to start as a goon, being pawns, whether black or whited, moving up to soldiers to promoted as bishops while others were getting knighted. Always looking out for the sideways people. That be the ones that on some rook shit with all eyes targeting the king in the forefront being sighted. Because in the shadows, I've been waiting, because in, oh, shit. I had it in my pocket. Because in the shadows, the queen be ready to move in all directions, being many-sided. See, the streets has a way of breaking down boards, section by section, having kings falling at checkmate due to their weak points being exploited. Because all the while the heads were being glazed, the youngins were waiting to catch them, sleeping, leaving them with a deadly fade. These are the code of the streets. Keep your eyes open and always be ready, because your friends will be the first ones to get you. Second, be your enemy. So always be aware, especially of those youngins, because they be starving for the come up and always ready to eat. How do I know? Because I was that youngin at one time that you didn't want to meet. Spoken Pete. Spoken NYC, holla at me.
All right, okay, we can check it out. All right, now we can go on deck. Alex Pro, you in the building, Alex?
Right here.
Let's go, Alex. All right, Alex, you on deck? Give me that one time, y'all, for James.
I mean not to offend nobody with this piece. Thank you, guys. When did the dope poets become the Cat Williams for poetry? A 53-minute episode, chill but cold facts like Eskimos, black mails delivered like envelopes, got people talking, questions, stalking, mentions, the flawed repentance, words lost in weapon, AI, ghost rights, gatekeep, fake nice, fake support, a panel of four, what we came for, a panel of jewels, a panel of dudes. A panel to expose the bare facts because people love nude, so I'ma do it too. Oh, but Jade, you know the slam rules. There's no nudity allowed. Anyway, this is the naked truth that you're gonna hear right now. Horny erotic poems have more kinks than some of us black men's obsession with straight hair. And no matter how many times you call her honey, she's still going to date bears. Poems about N-word passes for a black cookout with unfinished chapters of trauma. Yet, how do you already have a book out? Put your stuff down. You look like you got wiretapped. No wonder you love to bug out. The cash flows like rap pros. Why do we still tap dance for wiretap phones? We can't stand debate conscious con books that sell out more black people than slave auctions. We've all gotten too comfortable with commodification. Conditional community when the dollars are taken away. Is community convenient or is it convenient to commute to poetry venues? The cash is flowing, but where is it going? Not the unpaid hands of those starving poets. Out of pocket promises perpetually penniless to clicks and groups, to clicks and views. Another hit. Talk your shit. Spit the truth to get put on another blacklist review behind the snaps, claps, beat taps. I'm happy you're recording this because we gonna run this shit back. Only $5. We can't only support poets when it's basically free. Comments, reposts, and emojis are too easy. I mean, you want to know what's basically free? Paying 20 to win 20 for the Nuyorican Slam poetry. Do the math. Because $0 the net charge is my next bark. If dope poets are Cat Williams, we dog dummies call me Pet Smart. When your hands can't rub 2 dimes, let your words rub people the wrong way. Because when the rubber meets the road, we maintain the drive to be on the right side of our poems. A hit piece, when Slam says hit, they mean views. But when a poet says hit, we mean murder. We're character assassins. We run over because our tirades are like tires. They gain so much traction. Blitzkrieg bars witty. 1, 2, because 3 times a charm city. This ain't a Slam poem. This is battle rap. This gun stays snitching. Rats a tat. 2025 freshman class. 2025 freshman class. Let a poem like this get shadow banned because I'm already a dark skinned man. And to these chauvinistic poets, you think your poems are money like a composite sketch? The only artistry you're good for is to withdraw and deposit checks. ATM should label you incel and not for sex. No wonder your girlfriend calls you sandwich. Why would she want your meat when she got your bread? You think your meat's You you think your meat's the apple for eye? Well, at least apples have a seed. So that's why you love to go first in slams, is because you don't last long, G. A poet's bars are not sex drive. We drive sober instead. A poet's bars are for those that dodge the bullet. No wonder they go over their heads. Catfish. Poets who call themselves young cats when they're old mice. What cartoon do you watch? Tom and Geriatric? Pushing, thinking you can't even spell spade. Thinking you're the showcase when you're just a tell case. The crowd's loud, so let's give the dope 7 who spoke heaven a shout out. Cause I say Jerome's in the house. I say Jerome's in the creative soul house, who married the sanctuary because they both found organizations and each other as co-pals. 2 souls in balance, like the flower scent of Malcolm X, like the rose garden grows Martins as Lady K hosts crops those rose props to budding poets for their too much and extraordinary talents. We've been writing these poems because we're the man in the mirror. We've been writing these poems because they don't really care about us. Shout out to the king of pop and King Quincy Jones. Stage presence with page presence. Call a storyteller Gordon Ramsay. We're food cookers who can't talk sweet in this new shit. I mean new sugar. Wait, when did the dope poets become the Cat Williams for poetry? And when did this poem go from grievance to sentiments? Jade, and slam, there's no nudity allowed. Well, that was the naked truth most of us wanted to hear out loud.
That nigga ain't hold back. Fuck it. Don't nobody else hold back either. We try to get it all on the mic. Put it all on the mic. All right, y'all. We got like two more, and then we're gonna have a quick intermission. All right, I'm giving y'all a chance to go to the bathroom, get a little sippy sip, and I don't know what else y'all be doing, but all right, y'all. Coming up. Oh no, on deck. On deck, we got Christian Morant. Coming up next, we got Alex Crow. Y'all give it up one time for Alex Crow.
It's going to be a rough road for you. These were your honest apologies given to perceived lying intentions at the fault of miles being taken from interest and inches, stretching the truth to trading favors to justify the means of satisfying your next flavor of the week. You couldn't fuck me into loving you, but I liked you into leaving me. Your charismatic concerns complemented the charade where the amount of right words and phrases echoed in confessing your innate desires to crave and consume the forbidden fruit. Ripping through the skin and digging through the marrow, you couldn't help but starve for the seeds, a place where your charming smile once lay, now hid. Rotten smell gritted your gumption. When the soil failed to harvest in the remains of the crass wonders of the wild, your bitter words assured that fallen trees would hear the sounds of its demise. Even if I bruise my penniless hands, moving mountains to make monuments, admire your existence, I would still be lonely. For no man is truly an island, and neither are you.
All right, y'all. Come on for Alex. Give it up one time for Alex. All right, y'all. On deck, we got the founder himself, Amir, coming to rip the stage and talk to us one time. But before Amir comes to talk to us, y'all give a warm, warm welcome to Christian Moran.
Oh, thank you. How y'all doing right about now? Y'all are beautiful, man. What race are you? This, my friends, is an inquiry I tend to receive quite often, as if I actually have an answer, as if requesting that I perpetuate your ignorance, as if I am about to validate the divide which festers between your left and right hemispheres. But to humor the ineptitude of some of your perspectives, I sometimes like to provide a lighthearted and possibly relatable response, such as mutt, also known as a mixed breed, a dog with an indistinguishable identity, a canine with unconventional characteristics, a hound who heard his hurt can heal herds of hearts hidden behind heaps of hubris and humiliation. Or better yet, mutt, the byproduct of impurity, the indeterminable mongrel my mother didn't want. The spectrum where the color wheel collides with contouring lines to create contorted lies out of the canvas that is this child's life. Mutt, like the golden grandkid my grandparents glorified, like the somewhat strange son amongst several exceptional siblings, like the beautiful bastard my father helped bloom into the brilliant boy that stands before you. Mutt, like the option I failed to find on a Scantron. Mutt, like the pride I take in not succumbing to such naive questionnaires. Mutt, like the laughter, disdain, and confusion that comes from reading two or more races and thinking I would ever encourage such a proclamation. Not out of shame, might I add, as I love and respect my ancestors dearly, rather out of sheer non-necessity. Because what business is it of yours? What difference does it make? What amount of clarity can I confess to cater to your comfortability of my existence? Will my flesh and bones not be buried beneath the same earth as yours? Do my hugs and handshakes hold no honor with whom I show humility? Does show humility? Does the classification of my skin, kin, friends, and foes truly bring us closer together? Or does my mere presence not qualify as justification for both my past and my future? Because all of these ponderings, no matter their outcome, always lead me back to asking why? Why does it matter? Why must you be so foolish? Why do you insist on wasting my energy, your breath, these ever fleeting moments of time on something so benign? Why is being human not enough for you? Thank you, guys. My name is Christian Moran. That piece is called Mutt, and I do have a book out called Growth. I can't wait to see Marcus Stokes do his thing, man. And I got a feature at the Muse on the 9th, this Tuesday. Thank you, guys.
All right, y'all, give it up one more time for Christian Moran. All right, y'all, but you got a little break in a minute, all right? Get a little sippy, a little sippy, day, all right? But before that, I want to invite the founder of Amir, and we are so grateful to have Ronnie. Y'all give that one time for Ronnie out now. He's one of the largest comfort poetry overnight in the country. That's so awesome to everybody watching us online. Give it up.
The funk soul brother, check it out now.
All right, so y'all give it up one time up here. There is nothing looking at somebody. Y'all give it up one time for the founder of Right About Now. Y'all make some motherfucking noise for Mia.
Sweet, 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 sweet. What the hell is up, New York? Hell yeah. We're here all the way from Houston, Texas. Yeah. What do y'all think about the poetry reading so far? Hell yeah. Can we give it up? Up here, but I figure it's appropriate to read a poem. So can I read a poem for y'all? Hell yeah. Asked a violin the other day if it ever got tired of being played. Hank, that rock bounced like his body and now calls herself the moon. There are black and craters underneath her eyes, and some nights she is wine stained and red. The violin says, I broke a few bridges because too many songs sound like excuses. I wish I had the vibrato of a left hand. After all this time, the moon still reveals a different version of herself to every night, to everyone, while the sun looks beautiful every morning. And I stood her up one too many times writing poems a night because she likes to ask me tough questions like,
Why do single celibate people spend so much time caring about how they look in their underwear? Or why do we yell at dogs for digging into this earth? At least they know when to stop. We have stopped asking questions because everything has a connotation and by default, a definition. So I asked a noose if it ever got tired of holding people up or its poor excuse for doing so, why it felt the need to hide, disguise itself as a 9 to 5, a 8 to late, which had my father so busy trying to provide nights when most importantly, he gave us the first bite to eat whenever we were hungry. Do you know love? Would you wave hi to her if she passed you in the street, or do you live scared, living your whole life in nightmares with the nightlight on? We live like we drive without ever reading the manual, and God asks, what do you mean you didn't read the books? Well, God, I was just waiting until it came out on Apple, Hulu, Netflix, and now I've broken a few bridges because too many people sound like excuses. And for this, my heart is scrambled. My heart is a Benedict falling for spatulas and skillets. My heart is made over easy when it should be hard. Boy, my heart is still sunny side up. I've always envied the sun and how she manages to pick herself up every morning. The morning Palestinian screams, "You all want the promised land? Wood is bloodstained and red. Everyone predicting the will of God is just a child playing grown up, except for the children here. I fear what will happen to heaven when people grab a hold of it. What if we are this planet's greatest natural disaster? The way we treat our earth, the way we treat our skin, it is then, y'all, my friend Jess reminds me that we need to let hate atrophy. It is not a trophy we can afford to win. Oh, good is a muscle we all must exercise. Oh, God is a muscle that we all must exercise. And my father is good. He goes to sleep now early most nights. It is then I see just how heavy it is to carry a family. My earth is good, y'all. She was once pent up and perfect. Men called her Pangea. Now she has crow's feet and canyons, which show me just how heavy it is to carry a family. She says, I don't like working days and nights. But I love my big, beautiful family, and we, y'all, are all reflections of our Mother Earth, all of us, a beautiful mess, convinced that we're ruining this planet for the next generation. But if you just look up from that text, you'll see that this earth is still sunny side up.
Listen, y'all better go up on our feet one time. Speak it up. And give it up for yourselves. Y'all outside on a Saturday night. All right, y'all. We're going to take a quick 10-minute intermission. Get a little sippy sip. Say hi to somebody. Get an Instagram. And I will see you back. We got Mark and Stokes coming to the stage. My main feature. And it's about to go up. I'll see y'all. Mic check, 1, 2. All right, we got 2 minutes. We start back up in 2 minutes. Get your drink and grab your seat. Second half gonna go crazy. Give it to me. That sweet, that nasty. But don't. What's up, Brooklyn? How we feeling? I said, how we feeling? All right, we about to kick off this second half. If we can make our way back in and back to our seats. And I'm gonna kick a little something for y'all. Is that cool? Is that cool? All right. What you niggas gonna do with all that power? Ain't that always the question? Ain't that always the concern? While they killed our Martin, while they watched us so close, tap our vibrational cords, gave us a devil to blame, what you niggas gonna do with all that power? Ain't that always the question? Ain't that always the motherfucking concern? What you niggas gonna do with all that power? I am Malcolm and Martin, a deep prayer and fully loaded rifle. A peaceful protest yelling on your front lawn. I am the dream of my ancestors, all wisdom and divine power. I am sinner enough to not be welcomed at church, but saint enough to know Holy Ghost power when it shows up. I am a Sunday morning sermon that hits home, Shabbat Shalom, a knife to the throat of anybody that come near my babies. I am an unstoppable movement marching tirelessly with my chin up, back straight like I belong here, black as hip hop and Kool-Aid, close like mama's hugs after a heartbreak. I am a problem to every solution in my way. I am a direct extension of the great I am, and I will burn down Master's house to get my freedom. Nat Turner, this plantation. Jangle Lucifer and all his children. Plague Pharaoh till he bend in favor of God's will and let my people go. I will take justice into my own hands, because I'd be damned if I watch them put another bullet in black skin, call it an accident. I am tired enough to do something about it. Exhausted, exhausted from carrying all this woman around, holding all this soft under thick skin. I am too much, too loud, too black, too proud, 2 times 2 the bitch you cheated with, 2 steps ahead of progress, flirting with greatness, and she a bad bitch. I am, I am, I am a prophet, prophetically positioned where I am manifested. Baby, I'm not a soul you just run into on accident, especially if you connected. Divine timing reveals future promises and past tense. But at ease, catch a whiff of the wavy. Talk my shit one time. We finna start off this second half, right? Y'all give it up one time. We got our feature coming up soon, Marcus Stokes, so we're gonna get back into this list. I'm gonna try my best to get us all on here. Give it up one more time, y'all, for DJ Paco. All right, y'all. On deck, we got Jonathan Cuso. But coming up next, we got Shakur. Shakur, you in the house? You still here? Yeah! Y'all give it up one time for Shakur, and on deck, make your way down, Jonathan. Keep it going till she gets to the stage, y'all. We can do better than that. Back go to Jonathan. Jonathan, where you at? Jonathan, ready? Y'all give it up one time for Jonathan.
New shit. A 10 hut. Welcome to the U.S. Marines, the first and final stop on the American dream. We seen you grow up on public housing, on government cheese with dozens of fiends, a dungeon conceived by the state. So we can relate to meals and rations fashioned for profit, millions of mouths with exposed ribs to feed. In our projects, here or while abroad, it's all the same. A hungry child, a wild dog. We created the belly of the beast. Ooh, at ease. Because whether a gun or a medal, the metal is all the same. This is a nation of kill or be killed. And you were raised where the options were doing drills or doing drills. I know it's hard to digest when you're already starving, but soldiers, it was all part of the process. Why do you think we call it the projects? Planted recruiting stations in black and brown communities, the unities of our elders, Uncle Tom and Uncle Sam enlist. Said Uncle Sam, but now with extended finger enlist. With our nation's extended iron fist, dipped in our drinking water farther than Flint. They fit a rifle in our hands and tell us to enlist for bread. So lead riddled dark bodies leave other dark bodies riddled with lead. We watch our young men and women enlist. Men and women enlist. Men and women in lists of memorials and murals. In lists of funerals. Flowers for families of the fallen. The irony, clips of sky-fired rifles, the irony. The irony. How the embalmed bodies of our boys lay so still, star-spangled. Mangled from war, adorned with medals. by bombs bursting in air over Baghdad, with rockets red glare, ready to raise Iran. If our dead vets could speak, they preach of a Marine with too many beaches breached, came back with broken bones into an even more broken home. And at some point, they decided veterans look better in caskets. The American dream is dead, and its destiny is to feed on itself. Why do you think a sergeant always calls a rookie a maggot? A 10 hot! Welcome to the U.S. Marines. Join with me as I recite the truest rifleman's creed. I said, this is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. We say, this is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. You say, this is my life, and there are many who buy it, but this one is mine.
Second half is already off to a crazy start. How we feeling, Brooklyn? All right, y'all, we gonna keep it going. On deck, we got Brianna. But coming back up, she ready now. Y'all give it up one time for Shakur.
Shout out to all the poets that have gone on before me. You guys have given me the best birthday Earth Strong present. Yes, I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating. I said I wanted to come to a spoken word. Yes. So this poem I wrote some years ago while I was in school. I wanted to share it with you. But before that, I just want to say my name is Shakur, and I was birthed in the land of Marcus Garvey, Bob Marley. I was raised in the land of Huey P. Newton, Rodney King, and my soul is an old warrior's soul from the motherland, birthplace of mankind. 400 years have passed and gone. 400 years have passed and gone. 400 years have passed and gone. I no free. This poem is called A Flag. A flag that moves by the blowing wind. The wind ceases and it now hangs still. I focus on what it represents. Green, which is a resource overvalued by some. Gold, which measures its value and creates a feeling. A feeling seen as one of the seven sins, and a feeling as strong as a lion which the gold surrounds. This feeling that can put feelings to an end, for many will see but cannot hold. The green as rich as the gold, as rich as the red, a red sea that either way constantly flows. Blessings.
We gonna party like it's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday. And you know we don't. I got program. All right, y'all. Second half is going crazy. Ariana, you ready? I feel like she cooking something, y'all. She cooking something. All right, y'all. On deck. Keynote. Keynote, you in the building? Keynote. On deck. But y'all give it up one time for Ariana.
Hello, New York. I'm West Coast around the edges, but I love y'all.
Where you from, cuz?
I'm from Compton. The way you laugh with your whole body is miraculous. I never seen you start with a smile. For you, it's in the shoulders, throw your head back, hands cut through air, teeth be earth shaking. The bellow of a sound you only hear in Genesis. In the beginning, you use your whole self to part ways with depression, to part ways through the sea of me because you, I don't know, drowning when you laugh. I remember the police is everywhere, contracting in a teacher's instruction tase. The free movement right out of black boys aren't awarded that kind of joy without a handcuff, stand up straight boy. Hold your hands the way we taught you to walk in the assembly lines. Shoulders back, head forward and down. Teeth don't show unless you growling at the hands that feed you the swallow of each other. And are you growling? I dare you to hunger for the rainbows, the flood of the police is everywhere, screaming in the father's skull. You know how mouth morph into batons, beat the salt parts right out a nigga's body. The world loves the shell of a black man. That's why they bite down to the core and find out euphoria tastes sweeter than a song. Bite down and find out fingers don't pick no more cotton. Don't it be soft like memories be carnivals. Then spun their bitter into cotton candy. Bite down and find out boys still be in there, walking in circles in the assembly lines they've created. Trying to chant your way out a flare or use your whole body to break free, so you laugh and you run up the block or you run the block. And I didn't know the police was chasing you. I didn't know the police was everywhere in the judgment of a friend's tongue. Boy, chill. Boy, be quiet. Boy, they didn't taught you too many ways to silence and already still body you, my boy. Everything trying to remind you still be boy, and you don't know if that language is friend or foe or funny. You so funny, boy. Why you hit me when you happy? Like they ain't know. You just trying to transfer elation through the pain. They forgot you were taught to be hard. Don't laugh hard. How you supposed to hug each other if everybody handcuffed? Then blame you for the head, but always rah-rah with a nigga, cause black boy know the body cam is on. The street life dressed in body cam, the liquor store dressed in body cam, a mean mug dressed in body cam, everybody watching, and they wonder like why you learn to put on a show. The police is everywhere, strangled in the assault, confused, want to be loving, no fighter. She be in cars, police always sitting in cars, waiting for boys to speak like men, like boys. We ain't forgot your knee. That sucked the air right out of every black boy that had to watch an unwilling surrender, a kneeling gasp of his own. And how dare that be poetic? The police is even in my lips. Lives rent free in the psyche, lives in the screen, the replay of murder. But I guess we watched enough Law and Order to be desensitized to the infractions. Oh, but the gaze is cocked and loaded. Who knew pupils be bullets staring to the bitch too long? Staring to the bitch too long in the twilight zone, snatch the spirit. You see black and white, and when there's nothing left to police you, they taught you how to police yourself. Don't, nothing you could do, just don't move. But black boy learned how to rebel and wiggle out them handcuffs, put them dukes up, put them deuces up, put them dudes up, learn how to bite back this time. You gonna do more than growl this time. You ain't gonna eat at your brother this time. You gonna walk with a slide in your step and a swing in your arms like the playground don't live dormant this time. You are free enough to be boy and man, free enough to laugh or not.
Y'all give it up for Brianna. That was crazy. Hey, I don't know what the fuck is in that wine back there, but second half, this shit crazy. All right, Josie on deck coming up next. Y'all give it up for Keynote.
And when you fall in love with a narcissist, You will be completely unaware. Because at first, all will appear normal. If anything, it'll feel damn near perfect. They will whisper sweet nothings in your ear while they drop love bombs in your chest sprout. Infatuation where they've blown away the fear in your heart that should have kept you from getting so close to someone this dangerous again. See, a narcissist will drown your doubts with whiskey, wash away your worries with gin, leave you drunk off every excuse that drips from their lips as they kiss you again, and they lie again, and they kiss you again, and away slips your intuition. That's when they'll move in to sweep you off of your feet, if only to keep you off your toes, off balance. Relying on them for sturdy foundation, for validation you never needed. They will take your sanity in their hands and beat it into submission. Then have you collect the shards of their shattered ego. Press them into your flesh. Let your palms pour onto their canvas. Display it on stage for the masses. Call it art. Claim the pain as theirs. Always the fucking victim, even with a bloodied blade in their hands. You see, you have to understand a narcissist is a stranger to accountability. So they will offer you poetry and prose instead of apologies. Tell you to mold them into I'm sorry's and accept it. Then flip the tables, say they don't trust that you truly did. Label you the villain in their story, and your dumbass will believe it. Desperately trying to prove loyalty and honesty by feeding love to someone who's only ever craved the taste of praise. It will never be enough. You will never be enough. They will bleed you dry. Consume every ounce of spirit within you. Leave the husk behind. Leave you stumbling blind in their bullshit. Till eventually you find your footing. Somehow manage to swallow down another sunrise. Let it spark a fire in your eyes. Let it ignite a flame in your chest until you rise from ashes they left behind. Grow back a spine strong enough to put up a defense. And if in that moment you are ever brave enough to begin the journey to loving yourself again, I pray you let walking away be your first step.
Clap it the God for Tina. Woo! They put something in that drink. All right. On deck. Brian, the motherfucking motel guy. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Oh, there you go. You hosting a New Rican Poets Cafe. You know what I mean? All right. Crazy poet. This is about to go crazy. All right, y'all give it up one more. Y'all give it up one time for Josie and on deck, Brian, the motel guy. Keep it going till she get on stage.
I used to love watching scary movies, from the comfort of my couch, curled up, kept safe. My heart would race, my palms sweaty. I was a willing victim to every jump scare because I was entertained, not in danger. Safety was a luxury I could afford. And when the nightmares crept in, peace of mind was just down the hall, tucked between my parents. I knew no ghost or ghoul could get me. And then I turned 11. Realized the scariest monsters weren't seen on TV. They were men disguised as mentors, calling me mature for my age, marking me with their molesting eyes. I became prey before I saw predator. Not even a woman. Before I got catcalled, their jaws dropped as if they could smell my blood in the water. And when I was 16, y'all, it wasn't a stranger
who strong armed me, but a friend in my bed, he was hungry like Hannibal, put his hand over my mouth, mistook me for a lamb he could silence, tried to devour me, instead left me for dead. And when I was 20, comfort lulled me to sleep on a friend's couch. But I woke up to my heart racing, palms sweating, and it wasn't a nightmare on Elm Street. I was in danger in New Brunswick. I must have not heard the audience. Someone behind a screen screamed, "Don't go in that house." But I had too much to drink. So he didn't think I'd run away. I became a trope. Barefoot, bleeding like Carrie, I painted my college town red. Horror is not a genre, it's a culture that we cultivate. Scary movies became reality TV. Every news station flooded with failure when y'all elected a predator for president. Reminded me why I never came forward because this country keeps moving backwards, always blaming the victim, but not the rapist. Won't even call it rape, but a rite of passage. We're so quick to look at wardrobe, always wondering what a woman was wearing, but won't hold the stalker accountable. So Joe from you becomes realistic. I become a statistic, and you ask me why I don't watch horror anymore. Every walk home could be my final destination. There is no refuge when we refuse to rewrite rape culture. And I become nostalgic for the nightmares I can actually wake up from because life has become scarier than the movies. Keep it going, Professor. All right. On deck, Jay Vegas. Coming up next, y'all keep it going for New Rican's own Brian, the motherfucking motel. Okay, let's go.
We got a third one from Jersey.
When I say where you at, you say right here, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Type shit. Question. What is it that radicalized you to consider a standard applies, the basic is fair. The space that we share should be acres of square, full of ample supplies. The answer for me, not unlike yours, the lore is the same. Someone modeled it for you to name. Empathy entered itself into frame and was actualized. Follow the thread. The place that I grew up, you went to pursue an honest reset. No complex apartment, but complex in that it was more of a motel. There's a lot to be said about who pull up to the lot and be fed. Skirt. The manager made it to fit every budget. He'd even say, fuck it, and spot you a bed, you and your partner. Empathy entered, and it was my father, the manager mentioned. He kept me a part of his business by having me live in the back room. Attached to the office, a towel and vacuum. Don't pity the squalor. Similar growth has been done by the young in such liminal space. The castle was safe. Aside from the dragon that burnt herself up when she lit up her face, you lived through the trauma and covered the breaks. Giving close quarters like cutting a cake next to the TV that played babysitter or monitor showing this business of grace. Security cam. My earliest memory witnessed the shipwrecks that littered the harbor, the family of five seeing trouble ahead, needing two double beds because eviction had caught them for fishermen's sake. Boats on the ground, anchor is down and there's shit out of lake. I'd watch this unfold, eating cold cherry Pops Hearts to CCTV, recording the tape for hours on end. Guest after guest, both white and blue collar, resigned to reside at this highway Valhalla off Route 46. I'd run wild with all the welfare kids. I hated that phrase. My mother, that dragon, described with disdain how the government gave them too many handouts. And my father was not being man of the house. How often his softness would cost him a sale, because sometimes them checks would get lost in the mail. She huffed, so she puffed herself off to a nap. And all that had stuck with me watching it back on that CCTV in the manager's suite with the sink full of roaches I'd catch in my sleep. All this fuss about welfare, fair if you're blind, but when will someone come and care about mine? The addict that's lost in the air of her ways, or the misguided man with too much on his plate. I'd sift through the bias that conspired about, then a knock on the door making Brian come out. Just a minute. There's a limit to depression, I guess. Watching MTV with my friends at the desk. Monique and Jamal, who live down the hall, whose all work the job that I couldn't recall. They teach me the TLC waterfall dance. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stay. Come on, millennials. And fade away from your used to. And I'll let you go. Have your way of nothing at all. I think you would. And about half a dozen old double dutch chants. It's like we ran us a summer camp, needless to say. I remember the cabin checks, even today, how my father would warn not to enter their rooms. But how else will we fill up these water balloons with no faucet to tap? We'd be desperate to find one. Besides, what's the big secret to hide from? I'd sneak. Saw what's forbidden to see. The welfare kids were living like me. Same ugly curtain, same broken pulley. Certain exceptions, theirs weren't drawn fully to block out a world that wouldn't have tread in a place where you had to sleep foot to a head. I resisted to push back the panel of shade, because I knew that no matter how much we relate, it's a matter of fate. It's callous as shit. They'll have to move out. I'm the manager's kid. What is it? They're radicalized. You to consider a standard to live, because they just cut funds to all manners of this. Because they just cut aid to all manners of this. Because they just cut snap at a snap at. Lay down your privilege. The battles we risk.
Everybody rocking out. Nobody remember the first few lines. Who know the first verse? Come on. And what? Listen, second half is going beautiful. How we feeling, people? We feeling good. Oh, y'all can do better than that. How we feeling, y'all? All right, we're going to keep it going. On deck, we got class. But coming up next, y'all give it up one time for Jay Vegas.
Everyone always asks me, where you get the name Jay Vegas from? Like it's a flashy stage name. But my name was born from bullets and heartbreak, from prayers whispered through my mother's pain. The J, that's for Jose. My little brother that was taken away, 14 years young, gone before the sun rose on what should have been his tomorrow. Supposedly mistaken identity, but the grief was no mistake. Death chose the wrong boy and left me and my family carrying all the weight, making the pain that much greater. I remember that night because sirens were screaming louder than prayers. The streetlights that witnessed it, they cried too, flickering off and on like they couldn't bear to see the truth. And after the funeral, I moved into his room, thinking I can keep him close. But the only thing I was keeping close were ghosts. Nightmares so vivid, they felt like reruns of the crime. The same scream, the same gunfire, every fucking time. I was losing myself while trying to find him, contemplating suicide. I had the plan, I had the note. I even picked a night. But before I could end the fight, before I could put the plug on my own post, God spoke loud and clear and said, don't you dare kill yourself and make your mama cry twice. Don't die for him, live for him. Rewrite your life. That's when everything changed because God said, I got you, and showed me how to turn pain into purpose, suicide into survival. I rose up out the darkness and Jay Vegas was born that night. The J is for Jose and Vegas because I would never ever stop shining his light. Plus, Vegas don't sleep and neither do I because grief don't rest and love don't die. So when they ask me, where you get the name Jay Vegas from? I tell them, it's not a name, it's a reflection. It's a resurrection. It's a covenant between me and heaven. It's God's protection. It's my brother's spirit stitched inside every letter. It's me saying, I will never stop shining for you, Jose, forever. It's every tear that fell from our mother's eyes, reborn as a spark in mine. So every poem I write is a post that defies the grave because every time I touch a mic, his soul takes stage. Because I'm not just living for Jose, I'm living with Jose. Two spirits, one purpose, until my time on this earth is done. So no, so no, Jay Vegas is not a stage name. It's a sacred one. Poem.
Jay Vegas, y'all. Give it up to Jay Vegas. All right. Yo, we're making good time. So if you feel like I might not make it, you might. You might. You might be lucky tonight. All right, y'all, we're gonna keep it going. On deck. Peter. Yes, you. Excuse me. Yeah, you. Peter, you on deck. Coming up next, y'all give a warm welcome for class.
The name of this poem is called Absolute. They say if you don't stand for something, that you'll fall for anything. And that's a myth. It's not the truth, it's a lie. Because if you never stand up, that means you're already down. And you can't trip on the floor where you lie. You see, I once read somewhere that the weak, they comply, but that the strong, they go insane, all in their fight not to conform to what's right, to resist and to maintain. I believe this same thing. That's why I am who I be. And I do what I have to represent me. No matter who does or doesn't agree. You don't know what I know, and you can't see what I see. Because deep inside me, where my soul turns to flame, there's a fire and force that will never be tamed. You can try to trip me and bump me and cause me to stumble, fall down and tumble and break my crown. But even if I fall, I will never stay down. Wearing a frown, mentally broken and humbled. That's why my smile is defiant and my mind is screaming, fuck. Because a man can only take so much pain and abuse. injustice and torture before something comes loose. And then you're not even dealing with the man anymore, but a coward who's in fear of himself and unsure. For when he was down on that floor at his lowest of low, you just spit on his flame and kicked dirt on his glow. They gave birth to the seeds that took root in darkness and made him so weak, so spineless and heartless. And yeah, he's way worse off than he sounds, because really he's a zombie, dead but walking around. And I refuse to end up like that. So either kill me and put me in the ground, or I'm fighting back. Tit for tat, tooth for tooth, eye for eye, because I cannot live when I let my soul die. Therefore, I keep my head high so that my enemies know that I can fall to a blow or anything else you throw. But get back up though, because if you don't stand when you fall, but you can, then you're not a man, but a part of their plan to ensure that you don't stand at all. It's common sense that when you take a stand, you're gonna fall. It's the enemy's job to find ways to make you. But even if you fall down, you cannot let them break you because your life is at stake too. Thank you.
I said, turn it up. Shout out to Tupac. All right, y'all. And while we at it, make sure that you following folks. And when you come on stage, make sure you drop your IG, okay? Cause some of y'all, who think they got the wildest IG handle? What is it? Always shitting? What? Who else? Because the emails back in the day, ooh, I'm telling my age, a little bit. Emails used to go crazy, huh? Hot Mama 87. Some of y'all had that one. Big Swinging 29. Cause y'all know y'all niggas, y'all know. Make sure y'all follow right about now at WAN Poetry. And you can follow me at Rise Felicia, not Bye Felicia, but what? Rise Felicia. And make sure you drop your handles. All right, we're gonna keep it going. Peter, you ready? Peter, ready. He got that. All right, on deck, we have Melanie. On deck, Melanie, you here? You still here, Melanie? Ah, all right. Melanie's on deck, but y'all give it up one time for Peter.
If you can travel back through time, which era would you go back to? What would you do back then with what you know now? Why? Such questions, ones that dare to daydream and disturb the multiverses. Questions, consequential ones that differentiate us from wild animals. We try so hard to prove that one person can change the entire world. But back to banter. I step backwards a few generations ago, back to my motherland, back to my roots, back to a renaissance of music, artistry, and dance. A melting pot of cultures, abilities, and achievements. Our potential, a world wonder woven into the center of our flag, as far and wide as Angkor Wat can see throughout its kingdom. Before the Khmer Rouge regime invaded the capital city Phnom Penh on the day of Cambodian New Year's. I'd actively avert atrocities, save as many people as I can, like my aunts and uncles, lost in the chaos, never to be seen again. My mother just turned 80 years old. She tells the stories from when she was a city nurse playing doctor to when she survived genocide by either playing dumb or playing dead. Some days, she's still a master's speaking in science. Other days, she's still a scared young woman surviving in silence. Like she's still riding on a wagon on death road, paid by self-crowned tyrants who became prime ministers of mass murders, civilian forced crimes against humanity, guns cocked to the cranium, but no two kings see war crimes the same. It's sad, but I guess we all see delicate shades of shame. But if everything truly does happen for a reason, then trying to change the past will only destroy our futures. Like poetry, how we keep writing without knowing the ending. So, if not the 1970s, I go back to the 1950s. Cambodia has just gained its independence from France. A rebirth, a second chance for my peoples to start again, to find their own identity, what it can mean to be Cambodian. A humble pride of a great and loving peoples, kings and queens, now with the resilient hope of a refugee spirit amid speechless sorrow. Yang si Chu, the duck Sheng Pi quite a harm. We are the lotus that grew from the killing fields. We only go back in time to strive for a better future, or at the very least, learn in order to move forward. So if I never get the chance to travel back through time, my peoples from present past are never truly gone, as long as we keep their stories, their memories alive.
Yeah, nothing but a talk about time you start crip walking on stage and shit. Oh, Bartle. And with the slippers. Okay. All right, y'all, we're gonna keep it going. Melanie, you ready? You ready, mama? She ready. All right. On deck, we have Empress. Empress, you ready? On deck, we got Empress. Y'all give it up one time for Melanie. Brooklyn, if you happy to be in the building tonight, let me get a quick yeah. My name is Melanie. I'm joining you from Uptown, Dominican, big Dominican energy. I gotta wear it. I gotta wear it under my sweater. When I show up for myself every single day, whether I'm alone or the only person standing in my way. Born a second-class citizen in this cold, cold world, all because in this lifetime I was born a girl. I try to be kind to my mind with the way I speak to me, but this universe just won't let me be with my mocos and my tears mending a home on my sleeve, and I can't see. I'm being led blindly down this hallway of doctors and politicians who don't know me. Who the hell are you to tell my body what to do? Women wear evidence under their sweaters while men just get to say that they fucked you. And row your boat gently down you can get the fuck up off my stream, and no, you can't wait in this water. And I don't want to smile, I want my voice, and I don't want your style, I want my choice. We gotta do better than these debtors and trendsetters, because one day, it might be your mother, your sister having to wear it under their sweater. Have you ever walked down the street, sneezed and had blood clots shoot down at your feet? Or ever had to take a double look when you got up from a seat? Has your uterus ever shifted planes mid-conversation? I can't raise a daughter or son in this nation. We have to remain draped and scraped, all because of how this country has protected men who have committed rape, and somehow after all that's true, you have the audacity to think that I gotta walk these streets smiling for you. Women wearing wool sweaters worry when wandering eyes start telling lies only to manipulate their nasty, deceiving, no good vibes. I don't owe you anything but to stay gorgeous and proud because I'm a woman.
I don't need to get disrespectful or get too loud, but still fix your face and check your tone if you ever choose to come for me. Because I'm a lyrical goddess, and it'll be my pleasure to sharply destroy you for free. I stand firm on the learnings that I got from the women before me. And now I understand that they were doing the best that they could. So I will defend them the glory. And I really wish a motherfucker would. But it's just something about the future that just won't let me sit still. And that's someone else wanting to have control over a woman's free will. It's our bodies, and we want that freedom back now. How could you not have these parts but still want to dominate them somehow? See, in my protective sweater, I hold this letter. It reads, Dear great granddaughter, I hope life has gotten way better for women by the time I sit in my rocking chair in weather. But I do have one question for you. Do women still have sweaters? Thank you.
Ladies, diamond in my mama. What? Come on, ladies. 50 question. Y'all being quiet. Y'all being. Cause what chorus? The shoes on my feet. The house I live in. Cause what? If I want it, I can't even. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yo, I feel like we need another Destiny's Child. Right? Because I feel like we got a lot of shit to say, ladies. Like, can you pay my bills? Remember that? Can you pay my telephone bill? Then maybe we can chill. Start it out. I mean, these places I have up in. Slowly making me pay for things your money should be. And what? And you to even come and step to me, ask to hold some money from me until you get your check next week. You try. What, ladies? Silly. Balcony. It's better. Can you pay my? Can you pay my telephone? Can you pay my? Then maybe we can. So. Listen, come on. Fellas, just clap. Just clap. Don't fuck around. Just clap. Even if you ain't got a job, nigga, just clap. All right, we done play with y'all. All right, we gonna keep it going, y'all. All right. On deck, we got Glenn. Glenn, you ready? On deck, we got Glenn, but y'all give it up one time for Empress.
How y'all doing? So at first I was gonna do something deep, but then I said I feel like talking my shit today. So this is for those who may be fashionable, but somebody's always trying to dim your light and question why you seem to dress a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna say more because they ain't doing enough. So I call this I am the muse. I express myself before I even say a word. My garments, they speak fluent soul. Every thread a sentence, every silhouette a confession, my outfit, my language, my body, my canvas. I don't dress to impress. I dress to express, to exhale the version of me that can't be contained in corporate beige. Fashion is my rebellion, my ritual, my daily sermon to self. In a world that wants me to be muted, I show up loud. Through color, through curve, through creativity. Some days it's big, bold, and gold. Other days it's simple, sleek, but still me, dripping with intention. Because every piece I wear is curated meticulously, chosen, a conversation between my spirit and my closet, an altar of fabric where mood meets masterpiece. I might throw a silhouette that bends rules, nails sharp like declarations, tribal designs carrying ancestry on every fingertip, gold rings, damn near on every finger, bracelets stacked high, gaudy gleaming unapologetically New York. Big bamboo earrings swinging like punctuation when I walk. Because, baby, I am the statement. Every room I enter becomes a runway for my energy. They expect conformity, I give them art. They expect quiet, I give them color that hums. They expect plain, I give them poetry stitched in silk, confidence draped like royalty. Fashion is my outlet, my armor, my joy. It's how I breathe beauty into the world that sometimes feels beige and brittle. So, no, I don't dress for you. I dress for the rhythm in my spirit, for the way my reflection winks back, like, yeah, girl, you did that. Because I am my own muse, my style, my story, my liberation. Every day I wear my power out loud. Thank you.
We do it for fun. Hey, where my millennials at? And what? Y'all don't know nothing about that. Listen, what your name is? Who you came with? I like it. Come on. Show them something. Y'all know nothing about no shaking. Coco, they don't know nothing about no shaking no tail feather. Y'all too young. I feel like y'all too young to know about no shaking no tail feather. Listen. OMG poetry. You in the house? Listen, she ready. She said, look, put me up. You on deck. Glenn about to tear it up. Look at Glenn. You see what intro music you got. You gotta fuck it up. Give it up for Glenn, y'all.
Brooklyn, where we at? My name is Glenn Robert Ford, and I'm a filmmaker and an actor and part-time poet. This is probably unprofessional, but I want to ask y'all, do y'all want a love poem or a love-making poem? Heard. All right, so, so the title of this piece is called The Painter. She set the foreground on all fours before foreplay. Our forte is sliding under like car inspections. Focusing on the focal point before we fornicate. The bed is our canvas, and depending on our mood, we can engage in pugilistic or artistic behavior. But the room is our gallery, and before we burn calories, let's prep this palette, shall we? And I'm not here just to doodle, or in other words, do you or screw you. See, the balance in my artwork is intentional. Making music with not just our temples, but the combining of minds, the blending is instrumental. I like to lean forward when I'm enjoying my lunch. Oh man. I like to lean forward when I'm enjoying my lunch. Every taste below her waist makes her scream. Guess I'm Edvard Munch. And this is just a hunch, but I think you like your sex like you like your chocolate because you enjoy a hard piece. And this is just a hunch, but I think you like your sex like you like your chocolate because you enjoy a hard piece, but it hits differently when the heat increases, melting. Losing concept of time and reality, dreamscaping like Salvatore Dali. I usually apply primer prior to the painting to prevent bleeding, but the proceeding is an abstract piece, so precautions aren't needed. Plus, we're growing around here, and red and white always reminds me of strawberry. Anyway, the harmonious capabilities of mixing colors and liquids while the candlelight flickers, providing just the right amount of exposure and shadowing, creating a silhouette. Feels like Venus stepped out of the portrait, coming to life just to know what it's like to spend the night with her creator, the painter. We can't play that in 2026. Said I know just what you want. You can find me on Instagram at Glenn Robert Ford. That's Glenn with two N's, Robert Ford.
You started some shit. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. You started this shit. My boy. Don't start now, you can't finish. Good one.
Now that you come around, seeing it my way, you won't regret it, babe. And you surely won't forget it, babe. It's unbelievable how your body's calling for me. All right.
Glenn, you said you like to lean forward. All the ladies ovulating, say I. All right. Um, Sometimes I be having to remind myself that I'm gay. You know? Listen, I feel like the drinks are setting in, y'all. The drinks are setting in. All right, y'all. Who know about Marcus Stokes? Yeah. 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 That boy bad. Our feature about to do something. All right? But before he come out, OMG Poetry gonna rock out one time. Y'all give it up one time for OMG Poetry. Y'all keep it going. She 1 foot off. She said, I'm coming to spit this goddamn poem. Y'all give it up.
Dear love, all this time I only wanted to be enough, to be chosen, fought for, and worth coming back to be held and seen as you spiraled your arms around my body, and I snaked through the holes and spiraled mine around yours.
I want it to be witnessed as broken and wounded and healing, as magical and wonderful and silly and sensitive and oversensitive and smart and curious and talented and caring and loud and quiet and spontaneous and weird and awkward, but slightly very social, yet also introverted. As your rhinestone eyes danced in delightful curiosity, because how could you be so lucky to get to have my heart? I wanted to be understood as passionate and expansive and thoughtful as, yeah, she's impulsive. And wow, she's working on herself. And just as this unequivocally musical person. So just say I'm a Disney princess already. And really just as this big heart that's constantly trying to learn how to walk. When it's only an organ, so it's not actually meant to do that at all. Instead, I am holding my breath, losing hope, suspended between faith and resignation. I am eroded and I am jaded. I have been battered and broken and bruised and betrayed. I have been writing and wishing and hoping and dreaming and trying and trying and trying and crying. I have been placing my heart in all of the wrong rooms, opening doors I should have passed by. The belief that I once held in a deep, powerful, overwhelming, overcoming, understanding, forever returning love, I fear, has faded. So loose me from the confines of hope. Lessen the romantic longings. Give me more long walks, waterfalls, sunsets. I'd rather bask in the beauty of nature, God, solitude, than in the throes of love. Yes, love. My curiosity for you is slipping away. I withdraw my application. No one loved me. Please, please stop. Because I do not believe that you will be there when I need you. I do not believe that you will want me as the messy, complicated, wonderfully paradoxical, utterly human woman that I am. Leave me be, love. It hurts. I I am Marion Gray. Marion Gray, IONGREY, aka MG Poetry on Instagram. Oh, OMG, OHMG Poetry. You can play Keisha Cole. Love. It's I hear you. Come on, Sway. But what? And I. And what? Y'all sing it. Love never knew us missing. But what?
Don't fuck this up, sopranos. Y'all sound beautiful. Give it up for yourselves one time. I need a vibe. Ladies. Okay, Paco, I see what you're doing. There we go. Okay. Ladies, you better come on. Wait, sis got the scarf and everything. And be what? Real love. What you searching for? I'm searching for a real love. Someone to set my heart free. Real love. Y'all notice I let y'all have that. Okay. Okay, he said we in Brooklyn, nigga. Hold on. All right. All right. Hey, yo. Marcus Stokes is in the house. Marcus Stokes is in the motherfucking house. Rapper, actor, poet from Westchester, New York. Everybody say, and the 2025 Nuyorican Grand Slam champ, the author of Please Read My Demo. Y'all are in for a treat, New York's own. Y'all give it up one time for Marcus Stokes. What? Oh, oh, no.
Yeah, peace. What up, what up, what up? First and foremost, shout out my Knicks, man. Been a long time coming. Um, Before I get started, any 90s babies in the house? Okay, cool, yeah. So, yeah. Nah, so I know they say don't bring sand to the beach, right? But at this age, the sands of time are impossible for me to separate from my clothes. You know, I'm past hand-me-downs, currently at let me give you a hand. Pause. I mean, applause. Proud of y'all, see? I don't look at the youth with disdain, expecting the next generation to appreciate the nostalgia of my childhood. It's insane without the context of my childhood. Oh, my Wi-Fi-less childhood. When the only cell on my hip was in my hip. When the only chip on me wasn't in a phone, it was on my shoulder, in my bodega, 50 cent wise when I was none the wiser. These times were the best of times. They were the worst of times. Yet somehow I'd miss both. Interrogated by the youth, I reflect, off deflect as I reflect, dragging a cigarette. This is something you wouldn't get. Unless you've seen a new episode of Fresh Prince premiered live on the NBC, or better yet, watch the You People Network. Shit, I was outside when you pee in the bed back then when playing R. Kelly was something you didn't do in secret. Cosby reruns ran frequent, Heathcliff playing pop, no pills pop, just putting before God. And Google merged companies, we'd ask Jeeves before Jesus. Genius meant genius, and not some nigga that works at Apple. I knew niggas that ran out of time before you was in timeout. We fucked around. Sometimes that was the only way to find out. We touched the ground, grounding before they were naming it. Nobody had to tell us to touch grass. We were laying in it, relay racing in it. You missed a new episode of your favorite show, you had to wait a minute. Ray J made wait a minute. Jadakiss said, why did Bush knock down the towers? I said, wait a minute. Could it be the smell of Egyptian musk on 125th Street DVDs? 5%ers on the radio calling each other God was mainstream. No LCD screens, only tablets was Flintstone. You either had to be bored or read. I heard Biggie breathe. He passed. I bereaved. Puffy fell off that bike. I believed he grieved. Now I don't know what to believe. But I do believe that these children are the future. Not because they're shown any particular promise, just that's the way time works. Nah, I kid. And I believe that these kids are also the past, the ancestors reborn on earth to heal the hurt, to generate a generation sans a generational curse. James Baldwin said, not be a pessimist, because I'm alive. So if the children aren't the future, I'd rather believe the lie. I'd rather opt for opt than optimist, opposing. Nah, I'm with them. I'll bring my sand to the beach because time is money. And I'm blessed to have a New York minute to spend. My sand's the baddest beach you'll ever see. This contrary to my belief in my teens, porn showed me too much. Shit, porn showed me everything but love. So I wanted everything but love. I need an insatiable appetite, parasite I couldn't feed, full of shit. I had to cleanse, gut clean, root, sacral, solar plexus realigned. I breathe different. Like Ace after the robbery. Cupid hit me, but niggas get shot every day, B. I've been faking the funk, I'm embracing the unk. Grays didn't cut, grateful for days. I've seen a raising of the sun, waning of the moon rays. Didn't succumb to full moon werewolf transformation. No dates turned thriller for a young lady I came with. I am not one of these walking, talking dead, though they think they're living. I'm living, I've lived, I live long enough to know life's a beach. That's spring water, by the way. No, I'm about my health. You know, our generation, 90s babies specifically, we grew up with the internet. We the first generation to grow up with the internet in our palms. It's different. Uh, they call it the age of information now. Era where everybody knows everything. And what does it mean to grow in an era where everybody knows? Yeah, everybody knows. Everybody got phones. Everybody knows what they ain't did right, what they did wrong. Everybody seen a war. Everybody seen one of those. It's a war going on outside, said a prodigy in 1994. Everybody knows how that crack got in your nose. Everybody knows. Everybody knows Reagan grave got cracks in the stone. Everybody knows. Put the bullet in JFK dome. See, I ain't slow. As fast as my modem goes down this rabbit hole at 13 years old on a hit song, I'm told who knocked down the towers. Shit, Jadakiss said it like it was something everybody knows. I said, I didn't know that, Jadakiss. He asked why. I asked some questions of my own. I became everybody. Everybody knows what's up with the Sphinx's real nose. Everybody knows. For real, they know about the UFOs, what the 13th Amendment upholds that prisons patrol. We know they lie. If everybody believes the conspiracy, is it still a conspiracy? Aha! These niggas tried it. I heard it was an inside job when they dropped them towers with people inside it. The pedals prodded, the Pope plotted, the plot thickers, blood in the chalice, yeast raised the body, the dough sour, ritual devour, under the Vatican, shit that was ours. See, I ain't want to be woke, but I've been up for hours. I think all of us cowards. I heard it was an inside job what they did to them towers. I heard more people believe these things than disagree. I heard more people believe these things and bring receipts. I think we all are cowards. I said it. We all in the belly of the beast comfortably, getting digested. Respectfully. How many other cheeks we gonna turn, Martin? We already getting fucked. No pause. We getting played. Could ask Martin to this day, but everybody knows what happened to him. Yeah, everybody knows who Clips son. Everybody knows what Epstein list consists of. Celebrities from A, B, C, and D list on E list, so we can't see it. How many political parties partied, huh? POTUS? Periodically partook in pedophilic pastimes. Parasitic people, quote intel prove they took power from the people who said power to the people. Everybody knows. You know, that 13-year-old used to wonder what it would be like in a world where everybody knows. Now it knows. Everybody does.
We can try to show interrupt the future because everybody knows that this shit ain't easy and they free. All right? Everybody knows that we poets got bills to pay.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that.
So we need you to support artists. We got an offering coming around. Y'all know what Black Hole?
That's us.
No, in all seriousness, we want to support artists like Marcus, and it would mean a lot if you guys, the bucket is going around. All of this money goes to him. And it goes to make sure that we keep getting poets and poems like this. And if you cannot, you ain't got no cash, guess what? Hello. We got you. That's KESIVP. Okay, Erica? It's over this way. Okay.
It doesn't fall.
He said he gonna walk around with it, take people in the back and you don't see it, so it's up close. Okay, Marcus, because everybody knows.
Okay, everybody, yeah. Uh, shit is crazy right now. I mean, the Knicks being in the finals is crazy, but like, nothing's crazier than that Epstein shit, bro. If your government admitting to raping and eating children doesn't start the revolution, it ain't coming. That was it. That was the thing. That was so it. Even Penny Wise was like, damn, nigga. I just eat them. It's the fucked up time right now. And to heal the outer world, we gotta heal the inner world. I've been doing a lot of like breath work, fasting. Fasting is big. For those that don't know, right? Fasting, abstinence from food or drink or both for health, religious, or ritualistic purposes. It's been practiced worldwide since antiquity by physicians, by numerous spiritual traditions, by motherfuckers protesting systems they deemed offensive, but I can't help but feel this guilt in my gut. I mean, what's a more first world health practice you can imagine? How fortunate to fabricate family, forego feeding for a few to feel fabulous. All this food we waste while watching our waist, fasting from fast food so we can fasten our seatbelts faster, riding through the rapture, tension in the fascia, government of fascists, pockets fat from our taxes, taxing, worn out like old fashioned. I'm fasting because it's hard to digest what's happening. I can't stomach watching the news now. How my brain freeze because they got ice in their mouth. And my neighbors can't sleep dreams of ice in their house. My heart and bellyache these days. I'm sick of it all. I got influenza, spent tens of thousands by now in Uncle Sam's allowance on genetically modified cows smashed down into burger rounds, labeled as halal, hilarious, thinking I'm holier than thou, because for a few days I vowed to put the fork down. To be honest, it's easy now. Fed up. From feasting on my news feed, they DoorDash drone strikes. Get 20% off your first New World Order. Just download the app, Apparition of Palestinian children into your subconscious. They spirit cooking up old recipes. Better ingredients, better pizza game. They use my ancestors as appetizers, the babies as gator bait. Today, they still feeding entree, Von, Martin's name, with a side of tamir rice. Devil got a sweet tooth. And it seems God deserted us here. So, yeah, the fasting is going great. And, it's funny. I keep seeing white people on my timeline saying that the only way you should ever break fast is with fruit. I've heard they ate stranger things. I'm drenched in this shit. Y'all see this shit? Y'all see this blood on my hands? I'm drenched in the blood of a white man I never met. I never even heard of before his death, and yet somehow his blood is on my hands. It's funny how America can make a man matter, make a man martyr, or excuse a reason to races, like they ever needed a reason before. It's funny. Ever since birth of a nation, we've been the ones with the postpartum depression. The corporation of USA's most prized possession. Speaking of, I don't know why Asada keep possessing my pen. I am not my ancestors. I'm not as strong as them. I'm not as ready for war as them. America has made me a bloody bed for me to rest on my laurels comfortably. And I think it's a Tempur-Pedic. I think the temperature's heated, reaching a boiling point. Sonia Massey asked me a question I've been asked before. Trayvon Martin was the first to ask me the question personally. And I've seen images of Emmett Till ask me the same thing in another lifetime. The question, might have heard Felicia Cage say, what you niggas gonna do with all that power? Ain't that always the question? Ain't that always the motherfucking concern? I said, church, my feet stomped. Only Kirk we acknowledge is Franklin. GP, are you with me? Oh yeah, we at the church, we ain't going nowhere unless a roof we didn't raise walks in with rifle raised. Who raised these niggas? GP, are you with me? Oh yeah, we at the church, we ain't going nowhere unless there's bombs bursting in air, murders in Birmingham. I bet hell smells like burning ham, burning Klan, peep propaganda, pigs plan, portray poor people as prison population, pastor preach prayer, but pastor maybe preach prayer and keep a pistol prepared in case Dylan walk up in here. I ain't celebrate that man's death, I just didn't care. I ain't smoking on Chuck roast, that's what your ancestors did, remember? Hung us like hog, burned us like log. Remember? Every time one of yours gets killed, your guilt rears its ugly head. Certainly, this was watermelon and fried chickens coming home to roost. Justice, just judgment for those who never got hung jury, just hung by juries with no peers, just Morgan. But hey, America's doing political assassinations again. Made it an MK ultra-violent nation again. Congrats, liberals who liberate no liberty, just lies. Conservatives who conserve nothing but their precious guns. Watch one of theirs gunned down. Conspiracies abound about who did it now. Is rarely a good question. Shit, if I know who killed Charlie, I just know he wasn't brown. Pride. Primordial, triple black goo oozed out the crack riddled streets of hip hop, hidden occult conspiracy. He's gonna say too much. Melanin magic, subconscious, dictate reality. He's exposing the truth about over 6,000 years ago through genetic grafting. The black scientist Jakub created. We have to go to and the Moors taught them math and science and astrology. We have to cut him off before he gets into metaphysics. If they ever learn about Kabbalah or chaos magic or remember who they were, I know what we'll do. Yes, we'll, we'll, we'll nuke the nuclear family, ban the man from humanity, make Mammy the nanny of our family so we can latchkey the leftovers. No left hand path, it's just right wing flap and just right hand over heart pledging allegiance to the alleged liberty and justice for just us if they rise. The revolution won't be televised, so tell them lies. Tell them, soldier boy, tell them lies, so that they never find out they were Superman, superior man, God, non-recessive gene, genius, genie's gin, granting our wishes because we convinced them that it's theirs. Don't teach them of Mansa Musa, that Mansa monster, that Mansa money-making machine. For me, medicate him. Don't let him see a farm. Farmers see him. Don't let him know his woman. Don't let him know his woman is God. Make him think she's no good. Make her think him gone good riddance. Make him masturbate to our women, muttering, "My milk of magnesia." When the devil made you, he broke the moldy project windows, asbestos in their big wide nose. Noose not needed. They'll know nothing of Nubia. The strange fruit is the sweetest when it hangs low, just low enough to walk, to march like Martin, but not militia like Malcolm. They'll say NO to the NOI. Tell the Moors they need to see more, knowing Haile Selassie, highly unlikely of these manipulated melanin mortals. Sir, I think it's working. I'll turn to how they sound now. Fuck on that bitch, suck on my dick. Just want the head, I don't want to kiss. Just want to shoot at my ops for a bit. Shoot any nigga and never a pig. Fire, smoke, ice on my wrist. Sell to a fiend, hire her kid. Put the little nigga on corner to flip. Flipping, he snitched it off with his. Ooh. That was close. For a second, it was beginning to sound like they were waking up to the truth about who they were. Wait, what's this? What? I just don't understand. What is it? Well, we were able to hatefully hijack hip hop and rapidly rape the rappers of their royalties and righteousness, but what? Well, we couldn't penetrate the poetry. It's too powerful. It's too poignant. Even appointing voices into their performance pieces couldn't prevent. Primordial, triple black gold oozed out the crack-riddled streets of hip-hop, hidden occult conspiracy, melanin, magic, subconscious, dictate reality over 6,000 years ago through genetic grafting. The black Yeah, so that's my time. I want to thank my beautiful girlfriend who helped me put together everything. Yeah, she helped me put together my chapbook, which is on sale. I got those out right now. If y'all want to come shop with your boy, to the New York City poetry community, y'all seen me start 2 years ago, and to get to this point, I couldn't have done it without y'all support. And I don't mean that. I'm not just saying that like. Y'all saw what I was doing and held me and spoke about me in different rooms when I wasn't there. And I appreciate every last one of y'all for real, for real. And yeah, Juan Poetry, thank you for having me. Thank you for featuring me. This has been a beautiful event. And I'm so thankful, man. Thank y'all. This is a beautiful night. Bro.
Sounds like this, but not like this, so I have to run like It's kind of like this, and now, time I spent with the in the back of the bandwagon, felt like a ring. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you like it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. The shorty can drop, let's go back to say I shoot. Like an
Man, Marcus, that was amazing. Thank you so much. Poetry is alive and well in New York. Poets, keep writing. If you ain't wrote in a long time, we got amazing workshops. Upa, raise your hand. The Ungrateful Black Artist is an amazing poet and teacher. He has a workshop going on right now. I have a workshop on Saturday. Tap in. Y'all make sure y'all keep up with Right About Now and that y'all keep writing. We in hard times, poets. It's time to gather our superpowers and save the world. I said it. I said it. Thank you so much. I've been your host for the evening. My name is Felicia, aka Rise Felicia, DJ Paco. And you can catch us doing our thing in New York somewhere. Unfortunately, I wanted it was within my whole heart to get everybody on that list on. But we are out of time. And they charge crazy for us to get here after that. And we ain't got it. So unfortunately, we have to end the show. But keep following Right About Now.